Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you guys tuned in. This week's subject is a little bit different than last week's subject. We're actually going to be talking about depression. I know it's kind of a downer subject, but a lot of the times it's just ignored and it needs to be talked about. So this week we're going to be talking about depression and how it can start, how it affects people, and like mental happiness from our last two videos, it's very individualistic. It affects everyone in their own way, and it's really hard to define as a broad subject. So we're going to try our hardest today, and hopefully we can hit every subject that needs to be hit, and we'll talk about that. So depression for me has been a big part of my life, actually, in the past 2 years. And the reason why it really hit me in the past 2 years is I was going through a really bad relationship at the time, and it caused a lot of issues in my life that really messed up my train of thought, I guess is the best way to say it. But it really affected my life. Now, depression for other people in the world can be anything from financial to stress, and there's a lot of things that can be affecting depression. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be something as simple as work, and or I've known people to be depressed over a TV show, which it happens. It's part of your life. It's what affects your mood and everything like that. And depression is a big part of my life as well. Now I'm gonna go a little more back into my depression. So, like I said, I was going through a very rough relationship at the time. The guy I was seeing was very aggressive. I won't say that he was physically abusive, but he was very much aggressive in the way that he would react to statements and how he would react to even my clothing. And that caused a lot of issues within myself to question what I was saying and question what I was wearing, and that right there really started my downward spiral on depression. So when I finally got out of that relationship, I realized that I didn't want to go see friends because he had ruined most of my friendships with friends that I had been friends with prior to the relationship. I was less likely to go out and have a drink with people because he monitored my drinking as well. I was less likely to wear clothes that were more revealing. By revealing, I mean a knee-length skirt. And so I was questioning everything in my life. Like, what was I doing? Who was I hanging out with? And that really caused a lot of problems within myself in the end. So, like I said, after I left him, there were days that I didn't even want to get out of bed. I didn't want to do normal everyday activities. I didn't want to brush my hair. I didn't want to brush my teeth. I didn't even want to put makeup on. And I would just go to work, sit at my desk, answer phones, and just do my daily routine, go home, do it again. So that for me was a very low part in my life because I didn't know what I was going to do to get out of it. And so my big suggestion for everybody out there, and I know it's something that's kind of questionable for a lot of people, but go see a psychologist or a psychiatrist. And now a psychologist and a psychiatrist are a third-party view of what's going on. They have training in to help you change your mind on how to react to things like that. So they are someone who don't know you personally. They are there to help you. You are paying them to help you. But it's also a great thing to talk about it with someone who doesn't know your life. I talked about it with my mother a lot, and I talked about it with the few friends that I had, and it was really hard to talk about it with them because I felt so embarrassed about it. And when I went to a psychologist, I actually felt a lot better because she was there to help me. I was actually paying her to listen to me, which sounds funny, but she has given me some good information in the end that caters to my personality. So the information she gives me might not work for you, and we're going to try and talk about some other ways to help you through things like that I've experienced in the past without a psychologist. But yeah, it's one of those things that you need to be able to talk about. A lot of people have a fear of talking about their feelings, and that is really bad because you are bottling up everything inside of you, and eventually it's going to blow up. And I've done that in the past. I've kept anger in, I've kept sadness in, and there are days that I have just blown up because I didn't get it off my chest. So the first thing to do is just talk. Even if you're talking to a friend, talk to someone who understands what's going on and who can try and help you. Now that could be me. You could send me a comment in the comment section below and I'll try and help you guys out as much as possible. But even talk to a counselor. If you're in school, go to the student counselor. They're there to help. They're there to help you through your stresses in school, if you have stresses in life, that type of thing. So the first step is just to talk to someone. The second step is to understand what is going wrong with you. So for instance, for me, I understood that I had to get up and I had to actually make an effort to do stuff throughout the day. So I remember about 6 or 7 months ago, I was laying in bed and I was like, I need to get up. I need to do something. And a friend texted me from prior to my relationship. And I was really surprised that this person was texting me, but I looked at the phone. They're like, hey, we're going rock climbing today. Do you want to come with? And I said, well, I don't know. I'm really kind of not into it today. I'm kind of depressed still. And I looked at that and went, why am I saying that? There's no reason why I can't go other than I don't want to in my head. So I said, fine, let's go. So I went. I had a great time. It's just making that effort to get out of the house and do it. And that's really hard sometimes. But make an effort, make plans. And that can help you in the long run, is to make plans and not fall through on them. So for you, it might be even going out and just taking the dog for a walk, or going out and going to a coffee shop where you know there's a lot of people. Step out of your comfort zone in a certain way. So when I say step out of your comfort zone, I don't mean walk out in public nude. That's not something that's going to be helpful for you in the long run. I'm saying step out of your comfort zone and do something that you want to do that you wouldn't normally do. Go to that coffee shop and talk to that person next to you and find out what's going on. I've done that a couple times and met some really great people. And they've done a lot for my life as far as my confidence level, knowing that I can talk to people and I can be a good, a normal person to them. So yeah. And then step 3 is just following through on your things. Like I said, do it. Get out there, make an effort, and make sure that you're being a part of your own world. And that's a big thing, is being able to go out there and enjoy life. Now, depression can be caused by different things throughout life. A bad relationship with your significant other, a bad relationship with your family, poor grades in school. I've known people to be depressed over movies, of characters who die in movies. The thing I want to tell you about that is it doesn't last forever. Your bad grade goes away. I was not a great student in high school, and in college I bucked up and did great. I did better than I thought I would ever do. And that really didn't affect me, the high school degree or the high school grades. So it doesn't last. It didn't affect my life in the long run. I made an effort and did better. Bad relationships, you get out of them. So for instance, my bad relationship, I left 2 years after we started dating, and that was the best day of my life, but it did affect me in the long run. But I'm glad that I'm away and I don't have to deal with it anymore. Bad relationship with family is the big one because you can't get rid of your family. You're part of your family and you have to be with your family through a connection, no matter what, no matter how far away you go, you are still connected to your family. Now, there are ways that you can go through family counseling and help with certain things like that, but you as an individual need to understand that your family is your family no matter what. And no matter what they do, they're still there for you. And there are people who don't understand that. And it's a hard subject to talk about because every family is different. No family is perfect. Sorry if you think your family's perfect, but no family is perfect. And it's just part of your personality and part of your life, and it's something that you would deal with. And we'll talk about that in a later video, so we won't get too much into it right now. But those things can cause depression. Drug addiction. Drug addiction is major and can be really bad in the long run. It can kill you. I know everybody knows that. They're going to say, yeah, Liz, duh. But drug addiction is really not good for depression. For curing depression, for helping depression, it's not worth it. So yeah, it's just trying to understand the state of mind that you want to be in. To be happy, to be healthy, and to live your life the way you want to live it. So just be cautious about that. Depression is a big subject, and we'll probably talk about it again in the later videos. But yeah, so before we finish this video and I finish my spiel, I really quickly wanted to put this in here. But if you know of someone who's very depressed and has contemplated suicide, I want to give you guys the number. It is 1-800-273-8255, and that's the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. And make that call. I know that can cause a little bit of issues between you and that person, or if you call it, get help. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself and taking care of the people around you, but know that you're loved. I love you no matter what. I am proud of you no matter what. I respect you and honor you, and I don't even know you. But know that you are loved and you are wanted on this earth. So if you know of someone going through depression and is contemplating suicide, please call that hotline number. I will put it in the description box below. So just make that call and save someone's life. And again, thank you guys so much for hanging out through this whole entire video. I know it's kind of long, but I do appreciate that. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or subjects you want to talk about in the future, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and until next time, have a great day.